Hello, hi. This is Maha's Learning Corner. In this video, we will learn reproduction with the help of diagrams through question and answer method. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to this channel. Thank you. What is reproduction? Reproduction is the process of producing new individuals of same kind. Organisms reproduce in two ways, asexually and sexually. What are the differences between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction? Correct answer. Asexual reproduction, first point, only one organism involves. In sexual reproduction, two organisms involve. In asexual reproduction, no production of gametes. In sexual reproduction, production of gametes will be there. Third point, in asexual reproduction, no fusion of gametes. In sexual reproduction, fusion of gametes will be there. Asexual reproduction found in lower animals, sexual reproduction found in higher animals. First question, what does this diagram indicate? Correct answer, binary fission in paramecium. Second question, name the organism present in this diagram. Correct answer, paramecium. Third, in which type of organisms is this process found? Correct answer, in single-celled organisms. Fourth one, give any examples for this kind of process. Correct answer, amoeba, bacteria, etc. Next one, how do you think bacteria were dividing to form curd? Correct answer, curdling indicates that the increase in number of bacteria by fission. Next, what does this diagram indicate? Correct answer, budding in yeast. Second question, name the organism found in this picture. Correct answer, yeast. Third one, give any other example for this kind of process. Correct answer, hydra. Fourth one, in making of what is this organism used? Correct answer, in the making of breads, cakes and jalebi, this process used. Explain this process. Correct answer, a growth on the body as a bud that grows to form nearly identical copy of parent. When the bud totally grows, then it separates from the parent and survives independently. ఒక మొగ్గ లాంటిది బాడీ నుంచి వచ్చి అది పెరిగిన తర్వాత సెపరేట్ అయిపోయి ఇండిపెండెంట్గా సర్వైవ్ అవుతుంది. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈస్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ ఫిగర్, ఫస్ట్ వన్, నేమ్ ది మోడ్ ఆఫ్ రీప్రొడక్షన్ షోన్ ఇన్ ది గివెన్ ఫిగర్. కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్, ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్. సెకండ్ క్వశ్చన్, వాట్ ఈజ్ ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్? Correct answer, new individual growth from a separate piece of parent organism. Third one, which organisms show this mode of reproduction? Correct answer, algae, fungi and many land plants. Next figure, through which process given seedless fruit formed? Correct answer, parthenocarpy. Second one, give examples to seedless fruits. Correct answer, watermelon, grapes. Third one, how do you think this process happens? This process occurs by the development of female gamete or ovum directly develops into zygote without fertilization. Fertilization జరగకుండానే ఫీమేల్ గెమెట్ ఆర్ ఓవం జైగోట్గా మారుతుంది. Would it involve two parents? No, it doesn't involve two parents. Next one, how can we utilize this process? We can utilize this asexual mode of reproduction in growing organisms of our choice with more desirable characters. In which animals we can see this mode of asexual reproduction? Correct answer, this mode of asexual reproduction occurs in animals like bees, ants and wasps. ప్లాంట్స్లో పార్థెనోకార్పీ అంటారు. యానిమల్స్లో ఈ మోడ్ ఆఫ్ రీప్రొడక్షన్ని పార్థెనోజెనసిస్ అంటారు. వాట్ ఈజ్ పార్థెనోజెనసిస్? ది ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ యంగ్ వన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ అన్ఫర్టిలైజ్డ్ ఓవమ్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ పార్థెనోజెనసిస్. ఇన్ దిస్ ప్రాసెస్ ది sperms develop by mitotic division, the ova develop by meiotic division. Next, identify this figure. Correct answer, regeneration in planaria. What is regeneration? Correct answer, ability of organisms to give rise to new individual organisms from their body parts. Example, hydra, flatworm, tapeworm. If the organism is somehow cut or broken up into many pieces, these pieces grow into separate individuals. This is similar to fragmentation. This planaria also broken up into 3 pieces. 3 pieces grow into separate individuals. This is regeneration. Next, the process of lizard getting its tail again after losing it is called. లిజర్డ్లో దాని తోకను పోగొట్టుకుని మరలా పొందడం రీజనరేషన్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఈజ్ రీజనరేషన్ కెన్ ఆల్సో బీ నోన్ యాజ్ ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్. డూ యూ అగ్రీ? వై ఆర్ వై నాట్? కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్, ఎస్, ఐ అగ్రీ దట్ రీజనరేషన్ కుడ్ ఆల్సో బీ నోన్ యాజ్ ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్ బికాస్ ఇన్ బోత్ కేసెస్ పీసెస్ ఆర్ పార్ట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ది బాడీ ఆఫ్ ది ఆర్గానిజం can develop into a new individual. These figures show vegetative propagation. Second one, what is vegetative propagation? Correct answer, it is a form of asexual reproduction in higher plants. New individuals arise without production of seeds or spores. Examples, bulbs, tubers, leaves. In natural vegetative propagation, new plants are produced from vegetative parts like leaves, stems, roots, etc. In bryophyllum, small plants grow at the edge of leaves. Leaves edges దగ్గర small plants వచ్చాయి. This plant propagate through leaves or epiphyllous buds. Some examples for propagation by stem are from bulbs, tubers, stolons, culms, etc. Vegetative propagation through stem. First one, bulbs. Example, onion. This is modified stem. Through this we can propagate onion plants. Second one, tubers. Example, potato. These are also modified stems. Next, stolons. Aerial weak stems like runners and stolons, when they touch the ground, give off adventitious roots. When the connection with the parent plant is broken, the stem portion with the adventitious roots develops into an independent plant. Fourth one, culms. Example, colocasia. Culm is a swollen underground stem. Culm can be cut into pieces and each piece planted to produce new plant. Another example for propagation by stem is rhizome. Example, ginger. Propagation by roots. Examples, roots of dahlia, radish and carrot. Next figure, identify these figures. Correct answer, artificial vegetative propagation methods. Second one, what is artificial propagation? It is the man-made method of obtaining several plants from one plant. It is by cutting, layering, grafting and tissue culture, etc. What type of vegetative propagation is seen in this diagram? Correct answer, cutting. Second one, give some examples for the plants that are propagated in this process. Correct answer, rose and hibiscus. Third one, explain the process briefly. A part or piece of parent plant having bud is cut off and planted. After few days, the cut part grows as an individual plant after developing roots. What type of vegetative propagation is seen in this diagram? Correct answer, layering. Antu tokkadam. Give some examples for the plants that are propagated in this process. Correct answer, Nerium, jasmine and strawberry. Explain this process briefly. Correct answer, a branch of a plant with at least one node is bent towards the ground and a part of it is covered with moist soil, leaving the tip of the branch exposed above the ground. After few days, new roots develop from buried part. That part grows to become a new plant. Next question. Name this process of vegetative propagation. Correct answer, grafting. What is the plant which is attached to soil called? Stalk. Third one, what is the other plant without roots called? Correct answer, scion. Give example for this type of vegetative propagation. Correct answer, mango, citrus, apple, rose. Next question. Which process is used to obtain a plant with desirable characters? Correct answer, grafting. Explain this process briefly. Two plants, stalk and scion, joined together in such a way that a union will be formed and partners will continue to grow. Cutting, layering and grafting are the traditional methods of artificial propagation in plants. But this tissue culture is the modern technology of artificial propagation of plants. In tissue culture, few plant cells or plant tissue are placed in a growth medium with plant hormones in it and it grows into new plants. Thousands of plants can be grown in very short interval of time. Next, name the organism seen in this diagram. Correct answer, rhizopus or common bread mold. Second one, to which division of organism does it belong? Correct answer, fungi. What are black ball-like structures called? Correct answer, sporangium. What are fine thread-like projections called? Correct answer, hyphae. What are the materials required for doing this activity? Correct answer, mold sample, plain glass slide, cover slip, water, disposable gloves. Next one, explain the process of asexual reproduction seen in this diagram. In fungi like rhizopus, spores are produced in some specialized structures called sporangia, which bursts and spreads the spores into air. These spores, when fall on food and soil under favorable conditions, germinate and produce new plants. Next figure. First question. Identify this. Correct answer, fen sporophyll. Where do you find clusters of dot-like structures called sporangia? Correct answer, on the lower surface of the leaf. Next, do you find any similarities between rhizopus and fen spores and sporangia? Correct answer, yes. Both rhizopus and fen reproduce asexually through spores. In both, the spores are microscopic unicellular bodies produced in the sporangia. Next, identify this diagram. Correct answer, male reproductive system. What are the two glands seen in this system? Correct answer, prostate gland and Cowper's gland. Third one, what is the hormone secreted by this system? Correct answer, testosterone. Next one, which part of this system produces sperms? Correct answer, testis. Next, think why testes are located outside the abdominal cavity. Correct answer, the scrotum helps in maintaining low temperature of the testis that is 2 to 2.5 degrees centigrade lower than the body temperature. It is necessary for sperm formation. Next one, what is the use of epididymis? Correct answer, sperms are stored here temporarily. What is the use of seminal fluid? It is the source of energy for sperms when they are outside the body. Next, what is the use of prostate gland? Prostate gland secretions are released into the urethra. These secretions activate sperms and supply nutrients. Next, what is the use of Cowper's gland? These gland secretions help in neutralizing the acidity and lubricating urethra. Draw neatly labeled diagram of male reproductive system అని అడిగితే ఈ విధంగా డయాగ్రామ్ చక్కగా వేసి పార్ట్స్ గుర్తించాలి. స్క్రోటమ్, టెస్టిస్, ఎపిడిడమస్, వాస్ డెఫరెన్స్, urinary bladder, ureters, seminal ducts, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, penis, urethra. ఈ విధంగా గుర్తించాలి. This is sperm cell. Its body consists of 4 parts: head, neck, middle piece and tail. Sperm has a streamlined body that allows it to move quickly. Nucleus is present in the head. Special structure on the head called acrosome helps in penetrating the ovum during fertilization. Large number of mitochondria are present in the mid-region, so it is able to produce a lot of energy in order to operate tail. Its tail allows it to swim towards the egg for fertilization. Next, identify this diagram. Female reproductive system. Next one, which part produced female gamete or ovum or egg? Correct answer, ovary. Next one, where do ova develop? The ova develop in tiny cellular structures called Graafian follicles. What is ovulation? The release of the egg or ovum from ovary is called ovulation. Where does the fertilization takes place? Correct answer, fallopian tube. What is fertilization? The process of fusion of male and female gametes is called fertilization. Next one, after fusion of both male nucleus and female nucleus, the ovum transforms into, correct answer, zygote. Next one, uterus is inverted, which shaped? Pear shaped. The inner layer of uterus is called endometrium. Ninth one, where does the embryo develops until it is ready to born? Correct answer, uterus. Draw neatly labeled diagram of female reproductive system అని అడిగితే డయాగ్రామ్ వేసి పార్ట్స్ గుర్తించాలి. పార్ట్స్ ఓవరీ, ఫన్నెల్, ఫెలోపియన్ ట్యూబ్, యూటెరస్, సెర్విక్స్ అండ్ వెజైనా. ఈ విధంగా పార్ట్స్ గుర్తించాలి. నెక్స్ట్, వాట్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఫెర్టిలైజేషన్? గివ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. Correct answer, if fertilization occurs outside the body of the female organism, then it is called external fertilization. Examples, fish and frog. Next question, what is internal fertilization? Give examples. Correct answer, if fertilization occurs inside the female organism, then it is called internal fertilization. Examples, reptiles, birds, mammals, human beings. Next, identify this figure. Correct answer, human embryo. Next one, what are the membranous structures formed around embryo? Correct answer, chorion, amnion, allantois, yolk sac. Next, what is fetus? From the 3rd month of pregnancy, the embryo is called fetus. Next one, what is placenta? Placenta is the nourishment tissue formed by the cells of embryo and the mother. Next, when did the placenta is formed in the period of pregnancy? Correct answer. It is formed around 12 weeks of pregnancy. Next question. When the fetus is growing inside the uterus, it needs nutrients. What provides these nutrients? Correct answer. Placenta. Next one. Which type of substances are absorbed by fetus from the mother? Correct answer. Fetus absorbs oxygen and various other nutrients from the mother through the placenta. Next one, what is the job of amniotic sac? Amniotic sac is a bag of amniotic fluid give protection to embryo from minor mechanical injury. Next, what is gestation period? Correct answer. The total time required for the development of embryo and fetus is called gestation period. Gestation period in human beings is 9 months or 280 days. What are labor pains? Correct answer. The rhythmic contraction and relaxation of muscle layers of the uterus is known as labor pains. Chorion, umbilical cord, amnion, and placenta. Next, identify this figure. Correct answer. Structure of flower. What are the different parts of a flower? Sepals, petals, stamens, carpels are different parts of a flower. Next one. Sepals and petals are non-essential parts of a flower. Stamens and carpels are essential part of flower. Write the floral parts from outer whorl to inner whorl and their functions. First whorl, calyx, consists of sepals. Function, protect flower in bud conditions. Bud stage లో ఫ్లవర్ని ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. సెకండ్ ఓరల్ కొరలా consists of petals. Petals attract insects and help in pollination. Third whorl androecium consists of part stamens. Stamens produce male gametes or pollen grains. Fourth whorl gynoecium or pistil. It consists of carpels. Carpel produces female gametes or ovules. Next, draw neatly labeled diagram of LS of flower or structure of flower అని అడిగితే ఈ విధంగా డ్రా చేసి పార్ట్స్ గుర్తించాలి. యాంథర్, ఫిలమెంట్, స్టిగ్మా, స్టైల్, ఓవరీ, సెపల్స్ ఆర్ క్యాలిక్స్, పెటల్స్ ఆర్ కొరోలా, స్టామెన్ అని గుర్తించాలి. నెక్స్ట్, ఐడెంటిఫై ఫిగర్స్ ఏ అండ్ బి. కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్. ఏ యూనిసెక్షువల్ ఫ్లవర్, బి bisexual flower. What are unisexual flowers? Flowers containing either stamens or carpels are called unisexual flowers. Examples, bottle gourd, papaya, etc. Next, what are bisexual flowers? Flowers containing both stamens and carpels are called bisexual flowers. Examples, datura, hibiscus. Next, what are the three parts of carpel? Correct answer, stigma, style and ovary. Next, what is pollination? Correct answer, transfer of pollen from an anther to stigma of a plant. Next question, what is self-pollination? Give examples. Correct answer, transfer of pollen grains of stamen to stigma of carpel of the same flower. Examples, plants of pea family. Next, what is cross pollination? Give examples. Correct answer, transfer of pollen grains of stamen to stigma of carpel of the different flower of the same plant or different plants of same species. Example, grapes and apple. This is pollen grain. Pollen grain reach stigma and germinate on stigma and produce pollen tube. This is pollen tube. It has two male nuclei. Next, identify this figure. Correct answer, structure of ovule. How many ovules are there in this diagram? Correct answer, one ovule. Third one, how many nuclei are there in the embryo sac? Correct answer, embryo sac consisting of 7 cells and 8 nuclei. Explain the structure of ovule. An ovule is an egg-shaped structure attached by a stalk to the inner side of the ovary. Pollen grains reach stigma and travel through style. Pollen grains produce pollen tubes which contain two nuclei. They reach the ovule for fertilization. At the center of each ovule, there is a microscopic embryo sac filled with food and water. The embryo sac is composed of gametophyte cells. The majority of flowering plants have an embryo sac consisting of 7 cells and 8 nuclei. They are 1 egg, that is female gamete, 2 synergids, 1 central cell, that is secondary nucleus, and 3 antipodals. Central cell contains 2 nuclei. They are called polar nuclei. One of the 2 male nuclei fuses with the egg to form a zygote. By the time the egg cell has been fertilized, the 2 polar nuclei combine to form a single fusion nucleus. Union of one male nucleus with the egg and the second male nucleus with the fusion nucleus is called double fertilization. Union or the fusion of nucleus with the secondary nucleus stimulates the formation of a new tissue called the endosperm, in which food materials are stored as development of the ovule proceeds. This is life cycle of flowering plant. ఒకసారి ఈ ఫ్లో చార్ట్ చూసినట్లయితే మెచ్యూర్ ప్లాంట్, pollination, transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma. Due to pollination, afterwards fertilization occurs. Due to fusion of male and female gametes, zygote is formed. Zygote divides several times to form an embryo. The ovary grows rapidly and ripens to form the fruit. The ovule develops a tough coat and is generally converted into a seed. Seed on germination grows into seedling. Seedling grows into mature plant. This figure indicates seed germination. These are cotyledons, plumule, radicle. The radicle is the embryonic root of the plant. Plumule is the embryonic shoot of the plant. Radicle is the first part of the seedling. What is interphase? Correct answer. The period between two cell divisions is called interphase. Next, how much time required for G1 phase? Correct answer. G1 phase required approximately 10.5 hours. Next, what is S phase? S phase is period of DNA synthesis, that is synthesis phase. Next one, what is G2 phase? What changes occur during this phase? G2 phase is the time between the end of DNA replication and the beginning of mitosis. Cell organelles divide and prepare chromosome for mitosis. Next question, what is M phase? How much time is required? M phase is mitotic cell division. It requires 1 hour to complete. How much time required to complete mitotic cell cycle? Approximately 25.5 hours. Next, name the process. Correct answer, mitosis. Next one. In which stage chromosomes undergo duplication? Correct answer, synthesis phase. During what phase do chromosomes first become visible? During prophase, the thread-like double chromosomes contract and become visible. What is the stage in which the chromosomes are attached to spindle fibers and arranged at the equator? Correct answer is metaphase. Next one. In which stage chromatids move towards the poles? Correct answer, anaphase. Next, during which phase the nuclear membrane reform around chromosomes? Correct answer is telophase. What are the differences between mitosis and meiosis? Correct answer, it takes place in all somatic cells. Meiosis takes place in germ cells at the time of gamete formation. Second point, division of nucleus occurs only once. In meiosis, division of nucleus occurs twice. In mitosis, at the end of this mitosis, two daughter cells are formed. At the end of this meiosis, four daughter cells are formed. Daughter cells are in diploid condition in mitosis. Daughter cells are in haploid condition in meiosis. Mitosis occurs throughout the life of the individual. Meiosis occurs only in the reproductive age of the individual. This is red ribbon logo. This is symbol for AIDS awareness. People wear this ribbon on AIDS Day, that is on 1st December. This indicates birth control methods. The prevention of pregnancy in women by preventing fertilization is called contraception. Kutumba niyantrana antaru. Any device or chemical drug which prevents pregnancy is called contraceptive. Physical devices such as condoms for men and women and diaphragm cap for women are used. The condom not only prevents fertilization but also prevent transmitting sexually transmitted diseases. The use of intrauterine device called copper T loop are very effective in preventing pregnancy. Surgical methods of birth control are available for males as well as females. In males, a small portion of vas deferens is removed by surgical operation and both ends are tied properly. This method is called vasectomy. In females, a small portion of oviduct or fallopian tube is removed by surgical operation and the cut ends are tied. This prevents ovum from entering into the oviducts. This method is called tubectomy.